So now we are going to see the new feature. Actually, we can say in this way, Microsoft has acquired the Lobe, and Lobe has image classification model. So we will see how Microsoft leverages the AI builder for image classification. So on that note, so just a few information about me. I'm working in Direct Asia Insurance as a platform specialist, and basically my hashtag is GM Dynamics 365. And yeah, these are my social handles. So without wasting much time, we will discuss actually these are our agenda. So in today's agenda, we will discuss what is AI actually, why we need the AI, and how the changes transformation happen to the AI need of AI, we will say in this way. Then we will see the AI builder UI, how it looks like, and if few people who worked, or I think most of you must have worked in AI builder. If you notice, AI builder UI was different, but recently it's transformed in a different kind of UI. And we will see also demo on AI builder image classification using Lobe. And then if any questions, you can post in the chat window. So if you see this screen, actually, if you notice, right, there are two different images, two different operations they are showing in this slide. So basically, if you notice the on top right one, what is happening, we are using a lot of codes, right? If you go towards the background 2000 around also, or 1990s around, if you see, we are using a lot of codes. We prepare our web pages. We prepare our any applications we have to build from scratch and everything. This is where actually, if you see a lot of engagement required, if you to achieve something, we have to build something. We have to lot of manpower also required, lot of trained resources required. Along with that, it require also lot of knowledges what need to be delivered the exact business requirement. And if you see the below left down image one, if you see here, only one person required who is just monitoring the things, how the things are happening. They are just monitoring how everything is done by robot actually, if you see in this slide. So this is where the transformation, and this is the need of the time, we will say in this way, because people everything is moving towards the automation. So how we will just see how the evolution happen actually. Previously, we are using macros, and when we are using macros during that time, it's before 1990s, we are using automated single task and all these things. We use in Excel macros and all these things also. But then we started, it's a demand of time, then a business process automation started. Okay, so we started to automate the business processes. On that note, CRM came to the picture, yeah, ERP came to the picture, and BPM also came to the picture. There are different vendors are there who are providing these services, CRM, ERP, and BPM. And it's mostly to after 1990 actually this thing trained, and till 2000 it is on the high rise. But now, if you see, that is always there. Anyways, these things are addressing the processes automation, but along with that, business process automation, it requires some application process automation also. And for to automate those monotonous work especially, because to address that, RPA came to the picture. And first RPA actually introduced by Blue Prism, and it's 2003. And it's again based on the Microsoft .NET platform, and then Automation Anywhere, then UiPath started with. And now we have Microsoft Power Automate also. So this is where is evolution of automation. I'm not going into that Power Automate and all these things. So if you see, this is where exactly human trained and how the science of technology of automation is changing. Previously macros, then BPA, then RPA, then now it is intelligent process automation. We tell that hyper automation. So what exactly that? Because that includes the AI features. AI features means previously RPA helped to automate the structured data, but here we are going to automate the unstructured data. Okay, we want to get some information, we use computer vision, we use cognitive services to automate the processes. So I'm not wasting much time. Let's go to the screen how the AI builder UI looks like. and then we will proceed towards the Lobe. Okay, so I have already opened actually. If you see AI builder, basically those who knows it's fine. Those who are new, they can go to make.powerapps.com, and they can log into that, or they can just simply Google actually Power Apps, Microsoft Power Apps. They can see the URL and they can log into Power Apps. If they have licenses, they can log in with their respective credentials. If they don't have, they can go ahead with trial also. They can try for 30 days. So they can log into Power Apps. Along with that, if they want, they can log into Power Automate also. Power Automate this, because why I'm saying both, because in both places you can get the AI Builder UI. Okay, so if you built in AI, if you want to leverage the AI Builder feature, you can use any of this platform. Okay, so you can try log into, let's say if I use this Power Apps, so I log in to this Power Apps, and if you see there are different tools are there. Let's learn apps, how to create. I'm not going to in details. I'll mostly concentrate on AI builder. If I click this AI builder, what is this AI builder? If you see on the top, what exactly the statement it is mentioned: automate processes, find insights, and make application more productive. Choose from the pre-built and customization AI models. So Microsoft has both the features. You can start from templates, means pre-built models are there. And if you want to create your custom model also, you can proceed creating a custom model also. Okay. So if you see this is the new UI. Whoever used earlier, if you noticed, actually there are change in the UI. So there are different AI capabilities included. If you see extract information from invoices, OCRs, and receipts, and all these things are added. Actually, there are a lot of things are there. And if you see if this is showing all, and if you want to see specific segment, you can click this and you can see the document related, whatever the document related, any models are there, you can refer this UI. And text related automation, you can refer this, let's say sentiment analysis, category classification, and all these things, you can use this text. And any structured data, you can use this if you want to predict from outcome from the historical data. So in that basis, you can this structured data model for to process your AI capability. And we are going to concentrate today on this image process. Okay, so image processes, if you notice, there are three things are there: extract all the text in the photos, PDF document, which was previously also there, OCR we use. So OCR, optical characteristic recognition. So in that scenario, we use different kind of OCRs are there in the market. If you go for open source, there are Tesseract OCRs is there. So mostly Tesseract is used. So this is also OCR is one of the feature to extract the text and all these things. Again, it's also image process automation, part of text recognition. Then object detection, detects custom models in images. That is also one of the part. Then third one is image classification. We will see today the image classification. So if you see on top, it is a custom model, and that is the beauty of this Lobe. You can build your own model. You no need to depend on the existing model what Microsoft is providing and all these things. So you can create your own model from scratch. Okay. If you see, it is mentioned it's powered by Lobe. Lobe is an easy way tool. You can click more, you can know details what exactly Lobe is. Classify images based on their content, powered by Lobe. Okay, so you can click download Lobe from here. Okay, I'm going to, okay, if you click this, Lobe will be downloaded to your local PC. Okay, once Lobe is downloaded, what exactly Lobe? You can see there are different image. You can train as if who knows actually what is AI builder, especially what we used to do any kind of AI applications, right? We used to first we need to give them inputs, then we have to train, then we can use. This is the standard process of any AI process. Okay, so I downloaded this Lobe. I'm not wasting time. On that basis, I have already downloaded my Lobe. So this is the Lobe I pinned here. After download, no need to do, you have to click next, next, next. As usual, normal software installation, Lobe will be installed on your PC. Okay, so once Lobe is installed, let this open for you. And if you see, it is a beta release, so it's showing beta below. It's taking some time to load. Sorry. Okay. So if you see here, so basically, actually, I just tried to simulate one of the real life scenario, which especially because we are organizing locally, right, for Singapore. Because one of my previous client, they used to detect actually, let's say, uh, if any vehicles having any smokes or anything, they want to identify from images, they want to classify those. Okay, I'm giving one use case. For example, we have a CRM case. Okay, CRM, somebody send us the images over email. Okay, somebody send us images that this is this vehicle having smokes and all these things. We can read the text. There are two ways you can automate your processes. Either you read the text what they mention, reading smoke, and you categorize. Okay, as per your classification, you can create your own classifications in the CRM. So here I am using this model to classify my smoky vehicles. Okay, so in that scenario, I use this smoky vehicles model. I just tested it yesterday, actually, to be honest. But when you install new one, you won't get this. You will get this left navigation and you will get untitled blank one. Okay, so you can start, you if you want to refer, you can go to tour documentation community examples. It's okay, or else simply you can click on new projects. Okay, if you click this new project, you will see this is the UI of the Lobe platform. So basically it's a Windows application. So as you saw, we downloaded it. After installing the Lobe, you will see there are three parts: label it, train it, and use it. Okay, so from labeling point of view, let's say if I first step, every automation first step is to label that. Definitely we need the input, right? So to provide the input, you can see here import option. Okay, you can import three ways. Either you import the images, either you take the snapshot or images whatever you want by camera, or you can enter your data sets. So I'm going to show you images because, as I mentioned, the problem statement is I got the snapshot in my email that, let's say, somebody sent email that this vehicle is causing a lot of smokes and all these things, polluting atmosphere and whatever it may be. Send the email. When the email entered into the CRM, during that time it has to route to the respective department, right, who is handling this smokes and smoky vehicle and all these things. In that scenario, you have to categorize those. To categorize that, one way you have to automate that, or you manually do. Normally what we do, it once it is done, they will see the images. Okay, these images having really smoky vehicles, then they will categorize it. They will route to the respective department, category, subcategory. You can define your master data table. Okay, so in that scenario, it is going to helpful. Once the image will be there, we can use predict data model. I'll show you actually where exactly you can get that. So you can use the predict, then using this you can build your custom model, and on that basis you can categorize actually. Okay, whether it is a smoky vehicle or whatever it may be. So I'm clicking here, import. If I import here, so as I mentioned, I tried yesterday, so that's why it is showing. If you see here, I put three folders actually for just to understand smoky, normal, and test. So if I click here, there are different vehicles images I have. Different smoky vehicle images are there. Okay, I don't want to add this because this is not smoky. So if you see all others vehicles have smokes, I'll select all. I'll click open. Okay. Once you see here, I selected this many smoky images. If you want, you can add few more, because one concept of AI is how many inputs you will provide, how better you trained your AI model, that perfection you will get. Okay, so to train the model, you can provide as many inputs you can provide. So here I provided hardly 13. You can see here it is showing on level 13. So let me level it. It is smoky vehicle, for example. I want to copy this smoky vehicle. You can see it's categorized here, smoky vehicle, all images 1. So let me label because all are smoky anyways. And you see only 2 times I entered and next time it is giving auto suggestion. That is also one of the beauty. I'm not copying pasting multiple times. Once second, only 2 times you have to enter. Okay. So everything is smoky. I'm categorizing those as a smoky vehicle. Perfect. So now if you see it will show you what are the selections you made. Okay. So now I have labeled it my smoky vehicles. Then next is I want to import few other vehicles which is non-smoky means normal vehicles ones. Okay. If you see here. Okay. Why I kept like this? I want to show one of the scenario what I observed yesterday doing the demo. So the thing is that it's if you see JFIF, if you download any images from other extensions, other mobile or somewhere, right, from net, you can see JFIF extension. This extension is not allowed. If you see JPEG, it took all the JPEG images, but it excluded JFIF. It's not allowed. So keep note of that. So I included here JPG images. So now if you see it is suggesting me smoky vehicles because I have not added non-smoky. So I will add only 2 times. Okay, non-smoky vehicles. See 2 times I added and third time onwards it automatically got trained. You select non-smoky. Okay, so if you see training in progress, okay, once we provided all the details, you can see here it is mentioning Lobe is starting to train your model. Okay, training is in progress. So if you click here, you can see training is in progress and subsequently it will progress bar will increase. Okay, it will take some time to train it. See it increasing the percentage slowly. If you see here, okay, you can automatically detect it detected some of the information, but it is also not sure whether what kind of this. So in that scenario, it will provide you to provide your suggestion whether this is correct or not. It is not correct. So I changed it to non-smoky, 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 non-smoky. It's still training is in progress. Because as I mentioned, it need to be trained. As much training you will provide, that many confidence level you will get. Okay. So now you see training completed. So now we provided our inputs, we trained it, but whatever issues it has or it not able to identify, it also highlighted, okay, this is what I'm not able to identify. You correct me if I'm right or wrong. So in that scenario, you can go yourself and check whether it is correct or not. Okay. So now my training part completed. If you see everything is trained correctly. So now let's go and see in the use. So in use part, especially you can train check actually whether it is really working or not, right? Drag and drop images, it is showing here. You can use images, you can use your camera to get your any new images, or you can export part. We will see how we can connect to our Power Platform. But now let me add the images to check how it is happening. So I will go to this. I have some test images. I want to specifically show this one. So I added it is. So you see it is asking, it automatically provided it is non-smoky vehicle. So that means it's predicted correctly. It is, again, it is also one of the feature is you can, even while doing testing also, you can train your model. Here if you put no, then it will get trained. Okay, this is not the correct identification. So here it is correct. So I'm making it added. So it added that also. You see here it is also, again it is getting training. So that means when you test also, it will get trained. So here you see again I selected, it is showing non-smoky vehicle. Correct. I use this. Here you see it's wrong. Okay, it's, oh okay, it's correct. It's correct. It identified smoky vehicles. You see it is identified, it's a smoky vehicles. This is also correct. Then I'll give little bit complicated. I have multiple vehicles. Yeah, see, this is also, it is showing smoky vehicles. But you see its confidence level. Okay, you can see there it was a little bit higher side. Somewhere it is 100%, but here it identified it's a smoky vehicle, but it's not confident. Means if you tick it, it will get confidence level increased. Yeah, it's correct. See, it's getting trained in between. Okay, so this is the one of the good feature of this Lobe actually. So again, as whatever inputs I provided, it is getting trained in between. We have to wait till training complete. Then I'll show you how to export to the Power Platform. Any queries in between?
All quiet here, so I think you can just continue.
Okay, perfect. So then actually once it is done, if you see here, actually you can export into different platforms. Okay, it has different integrations, it has different starter projects, it has given any model file. If whoever worked in AI and ML part, TensorFlow, normally they use TensorFlow. It's a good Python. They can use Python language to do the automation. But we are going to use here our Power Platform. So if you see integrations, Power Platform, you can see there is an option configure. If you click this configure, it will ask you to sign in. Okay, you connect to your Power Platform environment. It's opening in another page. So I may need to enter because it is redirected to Edge browser, default one. Never mind. So what you have to do, as I mentioned in the first UI, you have created your trial instance. You can simply log in to your trial instance. Okay, or whatever you created instance, or you have existing, if you have existing Power Apps or Power Automate, whatever environment you have, you can use that. Subject to the condition, you have to enable the AI builder, because AI builder, it's a different licensing. Just keep that in note. You have to, if you are creating a trial instance, you have to separately enable the AI builder. Okay. So if you see, it's asking, this site is trying to open Lobe. Okay. So now I will do one thing. I will click on open. Still it is processing. Yep, you can see it is connected. Okay, so once it is connected, it is showing actually the model, because I have, oh yeah, I forgot to rename actually my model. Let me do one thing. Let me label my project actually. Yeah, that one I forgot. You can label your project. First page, you can smoky. You click this. Now you can see previously it is showing configure. Now it is showing actually connect that, right? If you see smoky test model, previously I have not renamed, so that's why it is showing only model, because I don't have any name. So now you can see smoky test I added, so that's why it added smoky test model. Then next is, if you let me redirect back to this my UI, if you see our Power Apps or Power Automate environment, there are different environments are there. Okay, I have different environments, demo, Goloknath's environment. I have multiple environment. I'm using default demo one. So if you see this, explore this. Okay, before that I want to show my models. What are the existing models I have, so that it will be easy for you to identify. Okay, so here you will see I have this many models, existing model I tried, for example. So this one I tried yesterday, smoky vehicle model. So now we have smoky test, right? So these many models are there, and when I will export it, you will see my new model also will come here. Okay, smoky test model. So I'm not wasting much time. You see here, I shown the environment. So similarly, those environment you can see here also. You can select to which environment you want to export. I selected this demo and models in this environment. It is saying this smoky test model I want to export. In exporting, there are two options. It will ask you just export and optimize and export. It is recommended to do optimize and export because it will do internal training also if required. Okay, so it will take some time. It may take 1 minute, 2 minutes. So let's see how much time it is taking optimizing the model actually. Okay, by the time it optimize the model, let me go through some of the AI model, different AI builder models. So if you see, I told right, Power Apps also have same AI builder, and if you come here, here also you will see. Okay, 1 minute. I think it's hanged. Yep. 8. Any questions in between? Uh, no questions, right? Okay, sorry. I think it is. Wait, responding. Wait. So you see, it's still optimizing. Actually, it takes some time. Sometimes it takes 1 minute, 2 minutes. Around it take actually to optimize the model. Okay, I'm not going into that. Yeah, comparatively, this is, I think now it is working fine. Okay, so by the time it trained the model, if you see there are different AI capabilities, Power Automate. If you see AI Builder has, and yeah, one thing actually, there are different models here. You can try out any of the model, but I was saying, right, there are you have to activate this AI Builder license separately. Okay, so if you see this is the you have to come here and you have to get AI builder. You can enable by clicking this. Initially it won't be activated. It will ask you because you will see activate AI builder model. You can click this. You just, if it is trial, you just activate this AI builder AI builder feature, so that you can use this model. Actually there are different pre-built models and these are custom models. Whatever the pre-built models, it will show like this, and whatever the custom models, sorry, what are the custom models you will see on top, you can use your custom model feature. That's why it's categorized. That is one of the change, I believe. Previously it is not like this. So this is the change. I can see where it is training. Okay, by the time it train, I don't want to waste my time because we are running out of time. Smoky vehicle model, I exported that model yesterday actually. Let's see if I can use this model. If you can see my screen, right, so you will get that model. Okay, so this model will be created like this and it will be exported to the Power Platform environment. You will get the model, and then if you want to do quick test, you can click this for the quick test, and you see whatever the images I added, actually it is showing different kind of images, how many total images. Then you can click here and one thing, test. I use this test folder if you remember earlier. Now I will use, this is what I want to highlight. If you see, it's showing image does not meet requirement. Okay, so this part I'm not sure whoever explored or not, because there is a criteria, means limitations you have to satisfy. We cannot say it's a limitation, it's a requirement. You have to satisfy how the image size and it should be. If you notice, that thing is working within the Lobe environment. Okay, when I exported into the Power Platform, it image has size restrictions. You have to follow 256, actually 256 by 256 minimum image size should be. Okay, but here my image size are very low. That's why it is not taking. Okay, you see here size 6 MB maximum, and minimum width and height it should be 256 by 256. Okay, if you keep any image which is less than 256, sorry, it is not going to work out in this Power Platform environment. So that's why it is not taking. My image size is less. Okay, so now I will go and show you with an increased image size. Here actually image size is bit increased. I selected this, or the first one also, it's fine. Okay, so all are here actually increased image size. Let's test it whether it is correctly identifying or not. Perfect. It perfectly detected it's a smoky vehicle. Okay, so here you can see how you can use it in Power Platform and how to export into Power Platform, how to build your model. Then okay, I'll use this image also, same image. See, this is perfectly loading. Why? Because the size, previously my size was less and this is size is correct. Okay, so this is how you can build your model, export your model. After that, you can use the model. You can use this model using Power Automate on Power Apps. Okay, any of these you can build your Power Apps. With interest of time, I'm not going to show now details of the Power Apps, but I can show you where you will get the model. So 2-3 tips actually. If you notice, image size should be whatever the image size requirement, you have to satisfy that. Okay, sorry, I clicked on documentation. New floor, new app. Simultaneously, I just want to show where you will start. I think that will do. We can click here also, instant flow. Anyways, let's open this. Okay, so here you can use the predict AI model. Okay, so if you use the predict, you can see here predict AI builder. If you see here predict AI builder, under that you can see all your models. Okay, whatever the models we exported. So if you see my smoky vehicle model is here. Okay, you can select that model, then you proceed with the image path or whatever it may be, you can define your expressions. Okay, so here how you will use in Power Automate, actually that's what I want to highlight. And then if you want to use in Power Apps also, let's say create a form here. If you see, go to data, data, all models, see all models, you will see smoky vehicle model is here. Okay, you can select that. So here, this is how you can start using on your Power Apps also. Okay, I think we are almost on the time. So this is where actually you can start. All ever who knows how to build the Power Apps Canvas app or model driven app, how to create Power Automate flows. It's a separate topic we can discuss. So this is where is all about. You can use your lobes, you can export your lobes, and you can leverage the feature of lobes. Okay, it's not only restricted to smoky vehicle. In this scenario, what we notice, the smoky vehicle, whatever things is there, if you create your flow, right, you the images will be passed from your Dataverse. Let's say you are getting from CRM, then you can get your images from Dataverse, you from your attachment table, annotation table, then you can use this model to predict, and then you can upload into the CRM with proper classification. Then it will, if you want to leverage more features, you can route it to the respective department automatically. Also you can use the Power Automate. Okay, so on that note, I'm closing my session. Thank you so much, Rennie.